What's up, you guys? This is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Daily Grind, we're going to continue exploring the new meta with a focus on kit guns. Now, this was actually requested of me in the comment section, and I was like, you know what? I haven't touched those in quite some time, ever since I discovered the Kuva Brack and rekindled my love for the Axo Mahdi Prime. Now, if you haven't seen that video, I will go ahead and leave it linked up in the top corner, but I just haven't gone through and adjusted these builds, so I was like, let's go ahead and do that, but I discovered one more thing on my list of things to do, and I figured I would go ahead and do that with you guys today. Now, before we jump on in, I did want to stress all of our kit guns are going to be built differently. Of course, tailored to the specific player and the things that we do most in the game. So not everyone's is going to function the same, but I do feel like they all kind of balance out in the end. So let's go ahead and jump into our first one, which of course is going to be our Catchmoon. Now, as you can see, mine is geared a little bit more towards crit, so we're sitting at 28% critical chance, 2.1 times critical multiplier, and we only have a status chance of 17%. If you're curious as to what I have on there, the chamber, of course, is the Catchmoon, loader is Slap Needle, and the grip is the Love Tap. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do before we jump on in, because I haven't done this yet, is for those of you who are unaware, you can actually go ahead and use your single pistol skins on these now. And I'm like, yes, finally. And I think that because of the fact that it's kind of blobully, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Stratus pistol skin. I'm a big fan of this one. I think it's really, really pretty. And it kind of has that cool domey effect. So let's go ahead and do that, match some colors, and then let's go ahead and have this tested out on, I think the comment section was saying Billy and Millie. It sounds terrible, but we've got our heavy gunner and our bombard both boosted up to 170, and we've got Billy here and Millie here. Listen, it's under contention. If you guys want to go ahead and change our little heavy gunner's name, let me know, but Billy will always be Billy. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this functions. I will say the demon of all status effects to me is impact. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that, you know, have stated, you know, why don't you use this with Vauban and, you know, he'll hold enemies in place, yada, yada, yada. But realistically, we're not always playing Vauban, and I want to give you guys a little bit of a visual as to how this actually functions when you're playing it in the game. And because of the fact that this is so impact heavy, it's consistently knocking down these enemies. It's doing a decent job. In fact, I'm going to be honest with you, it's doing a better job than I remember it doing, but out of the kit guns, this is actually my least favorite. And I know that the stats show, oh my god, so many people use it, it's the most used one, and okay, I mean no vitriol by this, and I don't want anybody to be mad at me, but whenever I see people playing with the Catchmoon, I'm kind of like, oh, noob. But I don't mean it in like a terrible negative way. I just mean like the Catchmoon is catered for clearing out, you know, hordes of, maybe not hordes of enemies, but like, you know, tightly grouped enemies, and they tend to not be, you know, like the high, you know, level ones. So I'm like, they're probably playing somewhere on the star chart where this feels more effective, but even this, like the time to kill on a larger enemy is just like not necessarily impressing me. So I've always kind of held that. As you know, it's a great weapon for if you are playing on, you know, like standard star chart fare. Not anything that's super duper difficult. And even now, I still don't feel like it translates better than the rest of its friends. So as you can see right here, we are running with heat and viral. I mean, you know what we can do? We can go ahead and drop hydraulic crosshairs, and we'll give it one more shot to see if it feels better if we boost up the status a little bit more. But we are running a crit hybrid build, which is going to be something that you're going to see me use a lot when it comes to this. I was using hydraulic crosshairs, but instead of that, we're actually going to go ahead and toss on a little bit of Foya to really pump that viral meta and see if it makes it function any better. So let's do that one more time, and maybe I'll be eating my words. Maybe I'll be like, oh my god, this is so much better now that we're using viral. It doesn't feel that much better. If I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't feel that much better. It feels very similar, if I'm gonna be honest. And I love the bug where literally if you catch them midair with another impact proc, they just kind of flip back onto their feet. It's like a little dance. So in my ranking, Catchmoon is still sitting pretty low on the totem pole. Let's go ahead and move into my next one. This wasn't initially supposed to be a ranking video, but now somehow it's turned into one. But let's go ahead and pull out my Tombfinger. So this is, as you can see, I do believe that this one is it's not that much more balanced. I was gonna say it's a little more balanced, but this does have a leaning into critical, again, 31% critical. Critical multiplier is 2.1 times, and the status chance is 20%. Tombfinger for the chamber, loader is zip needle, and then grip is the love tap. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the appearance. Who are you? Who are you? Who are we feeling today? I almost feel like maybe, okay, no, because then the repeater, it's a hard, I think we're going to go ahead and stick this one with the Zundi, right? We'll go ahead and do this one with the Zundi. No, you know what? It's got to be the Perla. It's got to be the Perla. And mainly because of the fact that this is a semi-automatic, and I feel like this pistol skin makes it look like it's a little more semi-automatic-y than the others. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. But the Tombfinger, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the Tombfinger is even better, but because look at that. Do you, and this is what I mean by like, okay, like the Catchmoon is great at clearing out like hordes of enemies, but the Tombfinger is literally, I just want to like recklessly fire into him. I'm trying to be careful over here, but like the Tombfinger was literally ripping out chunks, was ripping out huge chunks. And so for me, I'm like, this just feels so much better. It just feels so much better. It would feel even better if we didn't have as much ridiculous impact on this, because it's some of these visual bugs are just fantastic. It would feel way better if we didn't necessarily have all of that ridiculous impact on there, but you know, I hope they decide to change it down the line, because really in my head I'm like, eh. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the build of this. Again, surprise, surprise, it is a hybrid build. And again, we are using the Viral meta. So as you can see, works really good on both of them. I did have Pax Bolt on this one. I don't really think that it makes that much of a difference when it comes down to things in the long run. But let's go ahead and move into my next favorite kit gun, which of course is going to be it's going to be hard. I think we're going to go for the Rumble, what is this called? Rattle-guts. The Rumble? We're gonna go for the Rattle-guts, and as you can see, this does have a swift fire loader and a love tap grip. This is gonna be leaning more into status. It's got a 15% critical chance, a 1.9 times critical multiplier, and a status chance of 26%. I'm a big fan of the Rattle-guts. I have a Riven for the Rattle-guts. It's currently not equipped, from what I remember. I hope it's not. I'm pretty sure that it's not. But for this one, I feel like the Zundi works best because it's, you know, like a fast fire rate weapon. Then this kind of looks like a little submachine gun-esque, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and jump into this one. I do quite like me a good Rattle-guts, especially because of the fact that it is it's quite nice. Now, is it Axomati Prime with a Riven nice? Not quite, but I mean, it's still pretty good. It's still kind of sexy. So I am definitely into the Rattle-guts. Plus, because of the fact that it is a hit scan weapon, you don't really have to worry about travel times or projectiles or anything like that. But as you can see, it can rip through enemies pretty quickly. As long as they're not wobbling like crazy things due to impact procs or fire procs. Well, we like our fire procs, but either way, I love me a good old Rattle-guts, and especially now that we also have the Exilus weapon slots, like, it's much better to use. So let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, I do have my Riven on there. I'm a dummy. Hold on. What am I doing? Give me a quick second. Let's go ahead and adjust real quick. I was pretty sure in my heart of hearts that I did not have my Riven in there. So I'm feeling kind of like a big dummy right now. Give me one quick second. Let's take a second to adjust real quick, because we are going to go for a prime target cracker. That's where we're going to go with that. God damn it. I was sure that I took it all out. I was sure that I took it all out, but very clearly I did not. My bad. But as you can see, it's still doing work. It's still very much doing work. I don't think that I have to... Oh, God. I don't think that I have to explain too much. That it's pretty good. Out of there. I think that now that I look at it, maybe this and Tombfinger can kind of go head to head for the next spot. Tombfinger just does a little, like, is better at chunking. You know what I mean? It's better at chunking, but I feel like this one is just, the usability on this one is just a little bit better. So me personally, I gotta reload in between these guys so that we don't have such a kind of like staggered mess. Either way, Rattle-guts and Tombfinger are solid choices in the middle of the pack. And that is my current setup, minus my Riven. However, I do feel like it's just like another hybrid Fyral build is what we're looking at. Now, of course, the top tier of the bunch. Top tier of the bunch is our gaze. And I did go ahead and look into it. And Dovius was my first gaze, but I ended up liking a more balanced gaze. So, like, if you're looking for a crit gaze, the gaze you want to use is Splat and Ramble. That's what I ended up using, and that'll lock you into 39% with a 2.3 times crit multiplier, but only 17% status. I've actually balanced that out a little bit with the Vidicadrius, and this is 25% crit, 2 times critical multiplier, and it's also got 25% status chance. And, of course, we got to go ahead and choose a skin for this. The only one left is the Nuxu pistol skin. And the reason that I chose this color is because it kind of looks like a dragon. And I think it's pretty dope. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, of course, there is a little bit of a mechanic that goes along with this where it'll actually chain to enemies. But as you can see, that's why we put the little dragon-looking skin on there. For those of you guys who are wondering where this skin's come from, I'll go ahead and let you guys know at the end. But again, the gaze comes out on top. You can't stop a good gaze, you know? The gaze are in action, and the gaze are, again, eating. We are eating these enemies up. Look at this, you know? Gaze always come out on top. What can I say? Look at that. Always bet on the gaze. So let's go ahead and take a look at the build real quick, which you'll be surprised. Guess what? It's just another hybrid build. It's just another crit with a little bit of Fyral. I did remember to remove the Riven from this, so you guys don't feel bad. I had to get a Riven for my gaze, but as you can see, this one is definitely my favorite of the bunch. Now, if we're gonna go ahead and close things out, let me kind of remind you guys of the skins. The Nuxu pistol skin comes with the Ember Deluxe. I believe the Perla pistol skin comes with the oh my god, Mesa Deluxe. The Stratus pistol skin you can buy separately in the market, and it's part of like the Stratus collection with all like the floaty armor bits. And the Zundi pistol skin comes with the 6 Sigma series bundle, but you can buy it separately as well, just in case you guys are at all curious. They're all pretty freaking fantastic, and it's cool. We have one for each of the different chambers for your kitguns. Regardless, let me know how you guys feel about this below. Is there anything, I don't know, what's your ranking? Let me know what your ranking for the kitgun chambers are in the comments. And don't forget, you are a pineapple. I actually intentionally left that out of the intro to see if anybody would pick up on it. So all my pineapples out there, give me a $sign, because did you know pineapples were super expensive way back in the day? People would rent pineapples for exorbitant amounts of money just to have them at their party to make people think that they were rich. Isn't that crazy? So pineapples, give me $signs down in the comment section below if you've made it this far in the video. But that about does it for me for now. And as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your pineapples, which definitely belong on pizzas. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!